The first thing though, since I have it in my hand, I want to get rid of it, is I'm going to show you this ball. This is a warm-up exercise that you can do that's going to improve your brain elasticity. Now that's the first thing you have to remember. As you get older, you want to work on brain elasticity. If you have a plastic brain, that means you are flexible in your thinking, you'll be flexible in your body. So for brain elasticity, you need to create new neural pathways. You have to try new things. You have to get out of your comfort zone. The first thing I'm gonna have you do is using a tennis ball, you're gonna throw it up and catch it. And it's as simple as this. And it seems super simple, but what's happening is you're firing the neurons in the brain, right? You're making new pathways. You're getting your hands to move. You're working on your coordination, which is something that you're gonna need as you get older. When you trade, the strength and the speed that you had as a youth, you're gonna pick up timing, distance, and you're gonna create more power. You need to start to clap your hand as you catch it. And this is nice because you can do it inside, outside. It's a nice, easy warm up. After you can clap once, add a second clap. After you can clap twice, go for 3, and that's all you do. You're gonna do that for about 2 minutes, continuing to add as many claps as you can. And I make it look easy because I've done it over and over and over. You'll find if you haven't done it before, your hands aren't gonna be as fast. Now you want fast hands so that you can parry, you can block, you can defend yourself as you get older. And the more you do this, the more you do, the more you can do. The more you do this over a long period of time, which is 2 minutes a day, the faster your hands are gonna get, the better timing and distance, the better reaction speed you're gonna have, so that if you're 60, 70, 80 years old, if you're 40, 45, 50, you're not 18, 19, 20 like we used to be, but as you get older, you're gonna get better timing and distance. You're gonna have faster reaction speed. The second thing you're gonna do with your tennis ball is you're gonna pick a spot on the wall. I'm gonna try to go above the mirror so I don't crack the mirror. But you're gonna aim at the wall, and you're gonna throw it with your right hand if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, throw it with your left hand. You're gonna do that with just one throw, and then bring it back in, and then you're gonna throw it with your other hand and try to hit the same spot. Now you see I didn't hit the same spot, but I'm focusing on you. Now I'm focusing on the wall. And I want that to be the second exercise that you do. And you're gonna do that for about 2 minutes. This is gonna continue to warm up your body, and it's going to fire those neurons in the brain. It's gonna bring brain elasticity. It's gonna also start to bring your alignment back in. So you're gonna have better aim as you get older. You're gonna get better as you get older. Age is just a number. Everything that I'm having you do in this workout, self-defense training at home, is to improve your basic skills and make you powerful in a way that you didn't have when you were young because you didn't need to. You just had youth and strength and vitality. Now you're gonna have wisdom, experience, timing, and distance, and you're gonna generate real power. And we're gonna get to real power in a minute. But again, the second exercise, throw with the right hand, throw with the left hand. Try to hit the same spot. You're gonna do that for a couple minutes. That's gonna warm up your shoulders. That's gonna get the blood to flow. And it's fun. It's just simple. It's easy. You can do it outside. You can do it inside. That's what you're doing with your tennis ball. The first one, clap and catch. Second one, throw right hand, throw left hand. Now, the second thing I want you to do is start to warm up your legs and your lower body. And you can do this with cones, but don't worry if you don't have cones. Use 3 socks. Use 3 pairs of shoes. It doesn't matter what it is. Put 3 plastic cups on the ground. You're gonna put them down, and you only want them a little bit wider than your shoulders. And I want you to simply step side to side. So you're stepping to your right, stepping to your left. Pull your stomach up and in, keep your abs tight, breathe in through your nose, and if you need to, move this slowly. When I start training with you in person, this is what happens. You start to move, and you look very uncomfortable because you're not used to doing this, and you're very choppy, and you're not good at it. And then I push you, you keep going. And after a few weeks and a few months, you start to get faster, and you get better at every age. You start to improve, and now all of a sudden, someone throws that punch, and you can step off to the side, you can move to the side. It's best if you don't get hit. The first rule of self-defense, don't get hit, right? Be hard to hit. If you're harder to hit, you've got now that hand speed from the first drill, and now we're working on the lower body. This is why age is just a number, and it doesn't matter if you're not as strong and not as fast as you were when you were 17, 18, 19, because you're going to have better timing and distance, better understanding of how your body moves through space and time. Once you do this, the second drill, that's going to be about 2 minutes, right? So you're going to start behind the cone. This is just a V. You're going to step up, but bring this foot up with it, and then step back. Step up to the other one. Age is just a number. You're going to see that, and if it's too wide, make it shorter. But step in at an angle and back. Someone throws that punch, and you step in at an angle, and they go by here, and you smash them in the face for self-defense. As they go by, you're not going to get hit, and you're in a better position. They've got that weapon, they're coming at you. You can sidestep, but how do you do that without tripping and falling over? Because if you don't practice it, you won't have that skill set. So you start here, step in, step back. And again, the first few times you do it, first few weeks, first few months, it might be even slower than this, but then after a while, you're going to be able to do it without thinking about it. At every single age. The gentleman I was working with, we were talking about this yesterday. We're working online, he's 73, and I said to him, you look better than you did when we started, which was about 5-6 years ago, and I have the video to prove it. And so it's a fact, right? When you learn how to do these simple basic things, age is just a number, you're never too old, and you get better as you get older. Now the last thing I want you to do is just change so that you have your reverse V, or a triangle, a tenth, and you're gonna do the opposite. You're stepping up, stepping back, stepping up, stepping back. And for the same reason, somebody throws that punch, maybe you're gonna move back. Sometimes you're gonna move in into the side, sometimes you're gonna move into this side, smash them on the way by for self-defense. But practice your basic footwork, stepping up, stepping back, stepping up, stepping back. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Like I've been saying lately, be less fat. The key is to being less fat is to move more. Eat well, but move more. Now, this is a hurdle, and you might not have a hurdle, but you can take a pillow, scrunch it up, maybe you tape it with some duct tape if it's an old pillow, or a stack of newspapers, but something that forces you to step over. And don't start really high, start really low. This is gonna be sideways. Of course, if you wanna buy a hurdle, you can get these anywhere. But you're gonna lift your knee to the side. Now it seems like a super oversimplification, but when was the last time you lifted your knee and stepped to the side? Imagine you've got a little dog and you don't wanna trip and fall and break your hip, or the grandkids come over. You're never gonna do that. You're gonna be agile. You're gonna watch all of your friends. And this is what happens with my students. As they get older, they get better. As you get older, you get better. And then all the people around them who refuse to invest in themselves and their health start to moan and groan and whine and complain like little babies about how their body's falling apart and they're getting old, and aging is so difficult and it's not for everybody and it's a horrible thing. It's not true. It's not just age. It's a lifestyle. You're sitting on your bum so long and you're blaming it on age. It's not age. It's how we move or don't move. Now, if you need to and you use a cane, hold on to your cane or hold on to the back of a chair. But practice getting the knees up. I promise you, your legs are gonna get stronger, your hips are gonna get stronger, the knees are gonna get stronger, the feet are gonna get stronger. You won't be rolling your ankles, you're not gonna fall. You're gonna get stronger, healthier, faster. And when you need to, you're gonna be able to move out of the way. He's not gonna be able to hit you as well. You're gonna be hard to hit, you're gonna be hard to hurt. Just by going side to side, as simple as that. And this is another 2 minutes. Non-stop, and if you have to, slow it way down. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Now we're 10 minutes into a workout. You're 10 minutes stronger, healthier, you're 10 minutes younger. Now, next, this is super important. It's extremely important. A lot of people think, well, I'm not as strong as I used to be. When I was strong, I could lift this much weight. None of that matters. None of it matters. What matters is how much power can you generate. And power is when you put strength and the motion together. Strength and speed have to come together, create power. You need knockout power, stopping power. And the way you get that on a punch or a palm strike or an elbow strike is 3 simple things. Number 1 is extension. Number 2 is rotation of the shoulders and hips. And number 3 is accelerating the body. You have to accelerate the body by taking a step. Now, there are muscles involved in there in the transverse that move you through the transverse plane. So we're going to talk about that. In the first one, I just wanted to show you the 3 bands. Awkward Cat says stepping over to the side is a great idea. Thank you, Awkward Cat. I make you do this over and over and over, and you will be surprised and shocked at how agile, how much sprite-like you get. And you stop, and I'm not kidding, you'll be that person with all of your friends as you get older. And if you're there now, you know why I'm laughing, right? You go to a dinner party, you go to somebody's house, you see somebody you haven't seen for a while, and they're moaning and groaning in their back, everything hurts, they've gained so much weight, and getting old isn't pretty, getting old isn't for everybody. And they're complaining and they're blaming age, and it's not. You've been sitting. Even if you've golfed for 40 years, you've done the same move for 40 years, your body adapts to everything. The great thing about self-defense training is that you go through all these different planes of motion, you're always moving in a different way, and you're keeping your body guessing. You're constantly staying ahead of the body. Your body has to run to catch up, and staying fit and staying strong. So these are the three options. I wanted to show you, this one is really thick. This will have the most resistance, right? You don't want to start there. This one's super thin. That has less resistance. That might be a good starting point. Figure out which one's best for you. This is the one I like to use the most. I use this for a lot of students. So it doesn't matter. Resistance is good. It doesn't have to be a lot. You're gonna put it on an anchor. You don't need to have this bag. I have this bag so I can show you that you can generate a lot of power when you extend, rotate, and accelerate, move your body. Now, the first move I want you to practice is coming sideways. Oh, and the other reason I want to see these bands, these are so inexpensive. I put a link below. If you want to get these, sometimes you can go to discount stores and find these like near the checkout counter, like here in the States, we've got Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, I think that's all one company. But they often have these kinds of things like super low discount. It's just it's called a resistance band. So look for a resistance band. You want the one that's looped. There are different kinds. I find these are the most versatile. I take these everywhere I go. You'll love to take them everywhere you go because you can always have a great workout. So number one, I'm standing perpendicular to the anchor. And that's just the anchor. Wherever you put that, that's the anchor, right? Wherever you loop it around. Then you're gonna reach over with the opposite hand, so it's in your palm, and you're gonna close your hand, and you're gonna turn slowly. And as you turn slowly, squeeze your abdominal muscles. And you're gonna do a turning motion. Now this turning motion is the same thing as a back fist, or a palm strike, or a punch, or an elbow, or a kick. It's all the same muscles. So you're just turning. You're gonna start slow. You're gonna do 5 of these, nice and easy, and then 5 faster, and then 5 as fast as you can. Now, you're gonna build knockout power, stopping power. As you get older, every year better. Age is just a number. You get better as you get older. Self-defense training at home. And exhale. And then just turn around, reverse it. Do it 15 to each direction. I like to do time under tension. So I go for 30 seconds in each direction, do at least 2 sets, go to 3, go to 4 as you get stronger. And then the nice thing about bands, the more you step away, the more resistance you have. I've never broken these in a workout except for one time, and when they let go, it just poofs. It doesn't come out and smack you. So you don't really have to worry about hurting yourself. Second exercise, you're gonna step on it, your elbows come in, and you're gonna squat and press, squat and press. Imagine somebody bigger, some young, bunch of punks, bunch of kids, trying to jump on top of you, get on top of you, smash you to the ground. Whew, you have power, old man strength, old woman strength, like an old farmer picking up a rock, right? You have it, or picking up a sheep. You have this power in your whole chain, your whole body, from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. You're gonna get that here. Explode with your breath. And again, start light, slow, smooth, fast. Go for 30 seconds, 2 or 3 sets. Not only are you gonna lean out faster, but you're gonna generate lots and lots of power. So when you do hit somebody for self-defense, they're gonna feel it, right? Third exercise, you're gonna rip and turn. Rip and turn your palm up. Just like you reach out and snatch somebody and pull them in for self-defense. Rip and pull. Or maybe it's your loved one, your child, your wife, your grandkids. You gotta pull them back. And all your peers, all of your contemporaries, if they did that, they'd pull their arm out of socket, they'd break their hip, they'd complain about their age, but not you. Because age is just a number. You're gonna say, I get better every year. And I see it, it's proof. All the time, you get stronger with every single workout. Slow at first, slow and turn. You want to turn this and squeeze this muscle here. Keep the belly tight. Keep one foot in front of the other. The opposite hand is pulling. Then you gotta go fast. You're gonna do that 30 seconds one hand, switch, 30 seconds the other hand. The next exercise, you're gonna hold it in your palm and you're gonna punch and punch. And look, I'm getting in this good fighting stance. You're gonna face away from your anchor, put it in the back hand. Make sure it's not out, but bring it in. So it's right on your shoulder. Keep the anchor lower. The higher your anchor goes, and I want you to see it so you don't have to make my mistake. If I bring it here and I bring it across, you hit yourself in the face. Don't do that. Let it drop a little bit so that as you extend, you're punching up and out. And again, it's gonna be slow, first 5 or 6, and then faster, and then as fast as you can, you're gonna start to really build that explosiveness in the power in your muscle. And as you get older, you're gonna get better. You're gonna get stronger, you're gonna get faster every single year. So age is just a number when it comes to self-defense training at home and defending yourself in any situation. It doesn't matter, you cannot fight it. I can't get any younger. Not chronologically, we can't turn back the clock. However, you can get stronger with your strikes. Not more muscle, you'll get more muscle, definitely. You'll definitely get a lot of strength back. But you're gonna generate 5, 10 times the power that you did when you were like me, a dumb kid, and you just sat on the bench and did lots of bench presses. And you were a big muscle person, but there was no strength in that. There's no power, right? You had strength. You could move something 6 inches or 8 inches, but if you had to hit somebody and knock them out, could you do that? Not if you're not moving correctly. That strength is slow strength. You need speed, you need power, and you get that through extension, rotation, and moving that body. And then when you add these exercises where you get a little bit of tension, you start to squeeze and turn, you'll get faster and faster and faster because you're making everything tighter. You're training your body, you're training your mind, you're making that body-mind connection. You're going through the transverse plane and you're taking everything that God gave you naturally and you're putting it into an explosive package that gets better as you do it. The more you do, the more you can do. And you've only spent 15, 20 minutes training. That's the way that I like to train. I don't have time for hours and hours in the gym that I did when I was a young person and I didn't have anything else going on. Now I got a family, I got 2 jobs, 3 jobs now, and I'm trying to keep food on the table. I don't have the time to spend going to the gym for hours and hours. You gotta get it in and get it out, get it done.